We got some news to get into today, boys. We got things to talk about when it comes to this patch release. So far for me, it's been really smooth. I understand there are some bugs out there. We'll talk about some of those today, as well as a full list now of the future class changes and updates coming. So we'll talk about that as well. And also just some other fun things going on around this new patch. So let's just dive straight in here. Class tuning and road mapping and everything else. Blizzard's laid out the roadmap for the future class tuning of this patch, which kind of also opens up the date for the next patch. Yeah, we could already talk about Season 3 now because Season 2 hasn't even started yet. But let's look at this here. We got a blue post release here from Blizzard talking about some of the future dates for class tuning, and here they are. So they say August 18th, Midnight Season 2 begins. August 25th, you can expect the first round of class tuning here. So the first week of Season 2 tuning will happen on August 25th. A week later, the second week of Season 2, you'll see it on September 1st, another round of class tuning, and then hopefully things smooth out there until September 22nd when we'll see another round of class tuning. That'll be the 5th week of this season. By the way, looking at the overall release date and everything else, this patch actually dropped right on the August 11th. And if you go 8 weeks out, which has been our typical patch cadence, that's going to put you at October 6th, I believe. October 6th will be that next Tuesday, 8 weeks away. And, there you go. You get your little class tuning, and then a couple weeks later, you'll get the next patch release, not necessarily the next season start, but the next patch release that would lead to 12.1.5, right? Yeah, so that would be your next patch that you would get on that October 6th date, so interestingly enough. So we'll continue to monitor those dates, but these are the solid dates right here. Blizzard says these dates are subject to change. We may also adjust classes via hotfixes. We know that. We get plenty of stuff like that, especially disruptive bugs or tuning issues at any time. We expect to have roughly 4 additional tuning passes between the 22nd and the start of Season 3. The exact dates of those tuning passes will still be determined. They also said during the Race to World First, they really want to, limit tuning in general, so we won't see anything too crazy during that time. They just said that anything that's clearly an issue, they're going to fix at those times. My mom was wondering if me and you could have a kid together. I'll have to talk to your mom about that, but after the news segment, I guess. Anyways, the Blinding Veil, Temple Strikes, and other scenarios. Look, here's what's going on with these temple strikes and all this other stuff. So some of the bugs going around right now in the patch, one of them for sure is this temple strikes and blinding veil stuff, specifically on Moonguard. Why is Moonguard always the problem? Why is this always there? I don't know. But anyways, it says temple strikes here are bugged for the new patch here on Moonguard. They cannot do temple incursions. Also, people saying the Blinding Veil, they've done it twice on Heroic, looking for group, and it keeps bugging out on the second boss for them. These are known problems. Blizzard has said this is a result of a bug affecting many dungeons and scenarios, and they are working on a fix, making it their top priority. So there you go, Blizzard working on a fix there for those issues. Another issue, forced bugs swapping to different factions. So if you have right now, you're using maybe one of those contracts or something for some Renown, right? People right now are grinding out Renown. You can use contracts to get those Renown. Well, evidently, if you use a contract on Zildjiar's forces and then you log out and log back in, people are finding that the contract suddenly switches to the Amani tribe. Now, that kind of sucks because these contracts are like weekly locked and you cannot fix that after it's happened. But just be aware of that. If you want Zildjiar's forces to be the one that you want to kind of rep grind, this week might not be the week for that, as that contract swap is still happening for a lot of people, and you might end up having to just grind out the Amani tribe this week. Or grinding out the Amani tribe. That's a nice thing there that I just said. Okay, anyways, moving on. Hidden Slitherfang pet. So there's some hidden things coming out right now in the patch that people have been noticing. One is a mount and one is this pet here, and I'm going to talk about both. This Slitherfang pet is actually pretty interesting. You're going to be able to do it in the new Altar of Fangs dungeon. You're going to need 5 people to do it. 5 people in your group will have to kind of participate to be able to get this, and it's not that hard to do. After the second boss, you're going to walk over to this green little waterfall here, and you're going to pick up, one person's going to pick up the ritual reagent. You'll see him on the ground. The other people are going to pick up the reversal charms. Then you're going to walk over to this little site right here. You'll see it where there's these totems set up around this little mob in the center. So after clearing the dungeon's second boss, players will find the Ascendant Serpent surrounded by these 4 poisonous totems. Here's an image of what it looks like. Clear the trash around, and instead of interacting with the totems, the 4 players with the reverse charms will stand where the totems are, so they can basically reverse the stream of poison. Then, the player with the ritual reagent will stand at the center where the serpent is. This should trigger an extra action button for everybody. The person with the ritual reagent standing in the middle will click the action button first, and then the 4 people with the reversal charms will click the buttons after. That'll cause the spell to reverse. Slitherfang themselves will show up here, and then players can interact with it to get yourself the little pet. So there you go. Slitherfang's a little pet that you'll be able to get pretty easy. This is what he looks like. And damn, I mean, just participate with some of your fellow players. You'll be able to get this thing. Once 5 players take it, the NPC disappears. You can't swap out players to come in and get that thing. It'll be gone by the time they get there. Unless some of the players have it already, maybe then you can invite somebody else to come in and get it. But as of right now, that's how that whole thing works. Also, a mount is available for people to get right now. That's pretty easy. Very easy, actually. This one is something that you're going to be able to get if you're doing delves right now. And specifically, you're going to want to do the Gnarldor Isle. I think that's how you say it. That's the delve that you'll be able to do this in. There is a chest out here during the delve. So found on the southeastern part of the Coiled Isle, the new delve's large open space, so players who aren't interested in actually completing the delve can actually go in and simply walk in and get this treasure and then leave again. Once inside, the mount is inside of a sturdy chest found at the Ruined Tower Ledge, next to the staircase in the middle of the delve. It looks like it's marked at 6068 is the coordinates for this. Here's the sturdy chest. Open this baby up and get yourself the Delver's Arcane Golem. That's right. I mean, maybe one of them easiest mounts to get in the game. Already got it. Nice, Tidewell. So, yeah, a green and gold colorway. Very elfish looking, but not the typical elven colors. What is this? Is a hint at another elven race? We could use another elven race in WoW, right, guys? We need another one of those for sure. So here you go. Gold and green if you're into that. Another mech mount for sure. We have plenty of these, but this is another one that you can get pretty damn easily. Moving on to another piece of news here. Blizzard has reactivated all of the Renown quests from the previous season and up their item level. So 279 item level is now obtainable from those Renown quests. If you guys remember when the expansion went live, there were these Renown quests that everyone was saying, you got to get up to this rank in each of these different factions to be able to do the quest to get these pieces of gear, because originally, before Season 1 started, these pieces of gear were like some of the best in slot shit you could get. Well, as of right now, Blizzard reset the quest, so if you've already hit these Renown ranks on these, for Silvermoon Court, it's rank 9, Amani Tribe, rank 9, Harati, rank 8, and the Singularity, rank 7. If you've hit those already, you can actually get a helm, a neck, a belt, and a trinket at 279 item level by redoing those quests. Blizzard reset them and up the item level to 279 for 12.1, so you can go get those. The trinket was actually pretty good for a lot of people in Season 1, so this isn't some kind of like, oh, just throw away shit. This is some stuff that can actually get you ahead if you're behind an item level right now. So that's a little piece of news right there. And finally, how to acquire one piece of heroic gear. That's right, one piece of heroic gear is available to everybody this week, and you might want to go get it. It's in Delves. That's right, after unlocking the Coiled Isle by questing through patch 12.1's campaign, players will unlock the Vaults of Atalutek. Down in the Vaults of Atalutek, players can pick up a quest called Vaults of Atalutek, a Toxic Tour. Participate in various activities in the Vaults of Atalutek to complete the quest. This has various rewards, but the one that we care about is the Trover's Bounty. So you go pick up that Trover's Bounty. All warbands will need to unlock the tier of Delves for Season 2. At the Trover's Bounty, as the Trover's Bounty triggers on one of the first completed Delves, it is important, do not use the map until you've unlocked a tier 8 delve. Remember, your delves reset right now, so you got to work back up and get those tiers back up. So tier 8 delve is what you want to get to. Once you're at a tier 8 or higher, then you can do it. Complete any delve at a tier 8 or higher with the Trover's Bounty mount active, and it will reward you with a chest that gives you 305 hero track gear. There you go. Just a nice little tip there, just a tip, of course. And this is an easy one. Go get do the quest, get your Trover's Bounty map, work your delves up to level 8, bam, get yourself a heroic gear by activating the Trover's Bounty. For today, and all the gear that you can get this week, and all the bugs that are currently out, that is all in terms of news.